Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Aleksandra. I'm a PGI certified consultant and I would like to thank you for your time today and thank you for logging in. I can see more people are logging in as we speak. Welcome Katie, Marta, Ida, Nona, Dee, Tom, fantastic. I'm really excited to have you here and to share with you the information I have learned, the information that has changed my life dramatically in so many areas that since then all I wanted to do is to share, to pass it on. This knowledge should never be kept away from people. This is something that can help you to make your life better and your families, and this is exactly my passion. I just want to help as many people as I can, just like my mentor helped me. So today we're going to be talking about why most people fail to achieve their goals. And I know you are here for some reason. I know it's not just about that, getting to know why most people fail. I'm sure you're looking for better ways to live your life, for better ways to have the results improved in your life. It might be your income, it might be relationships, it might be health. Whatever it is that brought you here, you are in the right spot. So again, thanks again for coming in. And we have limited time, so I'll try to give you the most information I can during this time. And please participate with me. So you have a chat box, you can ask questions, you can make comments. So please let me know, and if I do ask questions, please let me know that you hear me, that everything is fine. If you do have any questions, please feel free to interrupt me. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be going through the webinar like the word is perfect and everything is just going smoothly and easy. One more time, welcome more people, Lida, Nona, John, fantastic guys. Okay, so if you are going to stay till the end, so please stay till the end because I've got a really special gift for you. It's worth £250. So stay with me, participate so I can see that you are listening, that you are paying attention, because this is really important, okay? So what's success? Success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. That's a definition of success. I know each and one of us can have different idea about success. For some people, success could be earning a lot of money. For some people, success could be having a really happy and joyful life. For other people, could be finding the passion. For other people, could be, just feeling good, energized, just happy on a daily basis. So really, success has different meaning to different people. And I would like you to tell me in few words right now, just use the chat box, why are you here? What would you like to get out of this webinar today? So please feel free to just type in a box, what is that you would want to get out of it? How can I help you the best I can? Right, I can see a few responses coming. So Lana is saying she would like to know why people fail. Yes, absolutely. That is the topic of the webinar. So this is something I'm definitely gonna go through. So you'll have your question answered. Then I can see Raghav is saying that he's stuck in life at the moment and is not sure what to do next. Amazing, Raghav. That's where I was a few years ago, so I can definitely help you with that one later on. And Ahil says, wants easier life. Yeah, we all want to have an easier life, right? There's always a better way, a quicker way to achieve something, to achieve our goals. Lee says he wants more money. Okay, guys, you are in the right spot, you are in the right place, because this is exactly what I have learned for the past few years, and that's what I want to share with you. So what makes this information different? I mean, I know because you're here, so you are looking for better ways, you're searching for it. I'm sure you've read many books, you probably watched some online videos, maybe even you went a little bit further and invested in yourself. You actually went to some seminars, to some motivational speeches, so I'm sure You are looking for better ways. But what makes this information different? It's huge, because just like you, I've been studying this information for many years, sorry. And just like yourself, I wanted to find out a better way. I wanted to earn more money. I also wanted to find my life purpose, and I think the latter one was the most important for me. It wasn't really about money. It was about feeling that what I do has a meaning, and that this gives me certain purpose to my life. So I've really gone through all different books and seminars and so on. But what makes this information different is this is the best science in the world for self-achievement. Trust me in this. This is nothing new. This is a time-tested knowledge. It's got a direct link to Earl Nightingale and Andrew Carnegie. I don't know if you heard about those two. Please let me know in the box. Have you heard about Earl Nightingale or Andrew Carnegie? I can see saying yes, yes, no, 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 most no's, some yeses as well. So yes, let me just tell you quickly about who Earl Nightingale is. He's actually come up with personal development area in 1950s. He was the first person that was teaching people how to be better in what they do, how to improve their life results at work and also personal life. And Andrew Carnegie, he was the richest man in the world in early 1900. So this knowledge really goes way like hundreds of years ago. And all I can tell you is that all great minds in history share this knowledge, the same way of thinking. Trust me on that. I've read loads of biographies. I went to all sorts of different sources, and it's all pretty much down to the same philosophy of life, which I'm gonna go back to in a few minutes. So just a little bit about myself, so you know actually who's talking to you, and you have like an overview of my background. So my background, my professional background is corporate. So I've worked in finance for almost 10 years in many different sectors, but I did go through that traditional route, I would say. So I went to university, got my degree, went out there, really back then I was very hungry for knowledge, for making a difference as well, like getting a job in a corporate company. I was excited about it. So pretty much like most people that age are. And then something happened, pretty much like I just felt that after all those years, I was missing a piece in my life, So that's what really made me to look forward for a better way to improve my life in many different areas, like income, relationships as well, and just well-being in general. So what happened then, when you look for something, you find it, right? I'm sure you know this saying. So I was searching for better ways, and I've come across my mentor, Bob Proctor, who is the best teacher on human potential, behavior, and success out there. He's about 83 right now, and he's been teaching people about the mind, about the brain, about trying to help them how to improve their ways of being for over 55 years. So an amazing knowledge, an amazing wisdom. And I've worked with Bob personally. He was mentored me personally for a couple of years, and within a few months only, I gained clarity. I discovered motivation. Like motivation, what is motivation? That's an interesting topic, but not for today, for another time. So I've created motivation. I've become self-motivated again, something that I've lost a few years ago. And my results have changed within a few months. Honestly, guys, 2 to 4 months, my life was so different that I was absolutely amazed. What was I waiting for all those years, trying to look for better ways whereas within the few months, everything became clear. Within 1 year, I've achieved a lot more than in the previous 10 years. So this is huge, really. And that's why I've become so fascinating with this information, this knowledge that actually schools don't teach us about how to earn more money, how to make decisions, how to actually find out what's really important in your life. What is your life passion? So what you gotta do, you really gotta, pay attention to this, because that's what I wanna share with you today. And one of the best things, or the biggest discoveries, is that the only difference between aiming high in life and aiming low is the way we think. So the only difference between high achievers and the masses, the average people, is the way we think. So going through the years, trying to find better way and being really dedicated to whatever I was doing in life, I've done loads of things right, so don't get me wrong, it wasn't always, unsuccessful move. I've studied, I was always committed, I worked hard, but I've also done few things wrong. I tried to do it all by myself. And I thought I knew it all. I've come across a book, I've come across a seminar, after reading a book, I was like fired up. I was thinking, that's it, now I'm gonna make it happen. I don't know if you've come across that sort of feeling in the past when you read a book, or maybe you've watched a seminar, or maybe even you traveled to a different city to participate in a 2-day workshop, and they tell you how to do things. They tell you, that you can be successful, and you walk out and you think, oh my gosh, this is me, I know I can do it. And what happens next? A few days later or a few weeks later, you sort of stop doing what you were so fired up to do, and you go back to your old ways of doing things. You go back to your old ways of thinking. Does it sound familiar? Who's been there in the past? Who's been there? Come on, guys, talk to me. Who's been there in the past? Who knows the feeling of, I know I can do it, I'm super motivated today, I can easily, if they could do it, I can do it. And all of a sudden, somehow, few days or weeks later, you're pretty much at the same spot. You've lost it. Why? I can see some yeses. Yes, that's exactly, yes, Sue said, that's exactly me 4 months ago. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Brenda says, that was me 2 years ago, was thinking about a business plan and that never happened. Absolutely, that's what happens to most of us. We all have ideas, we all think, we pretty much know what to do, but we don't do it. We don't do it. How frustrating that is. So I'm really glad that you're with me, that you exactly know what I was going through, because this is the change you can get. After this webinar, you're going to have more clarity. Okay, so what happened when I was working with my mentor? Again, having a mentor, I don't know, guys, if you've ever had a mentor in the past or not. Let me know. No, not really. No. How about, like, if you went to the gym, did you get a personal trainer, or did you try to work out and do your running routine or exercise routine by yourself? Few yeses here. Okay, great, that's good. So at least that's a great example, because that's what I would say. If you go to the gym and you get a personal trainer, we all know what's going to happen. They're going to give you the results, because why? They tell you exactly what to do, right? And also, because I used to be like addicted to the gym, so I know how it works as well. They push you through your limits, mental limits, right? If someone says to you, come on, go, you kind of hate it, but you do it. And the results are amazing, right? But if you did it by yourself, you probably could do it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not thinking that nobody can be successful by themselves. Yes, they can, but it's gonna take you longer. And there is a chance that maybe someday during that process, during that journey, you may lose motivation. You may think, oh, I'm just going to have a break today, or maybe this week, or maybe you go away on holiday for a week or two, you come back and you can't go back to your routine, because getting self-motivated, it's a challenge, right? So again, like, working with someone who can direct you, working with someone who knows what's going on, who knows what's holding you back, can really speed up the process of success. Any goal you have, you can achieve a lot quicker with someone who is motivating you, who's working with you, who pretty much knows what's going on and can push you through that mental barrier. So pretty much that's what happened to me. You know, within the years, I was trying to do it myself, but since I was working with Bob, you know, that happened within a few months. You know, I discovered my true purpose, and I understood the knowing doing gap. What's the knowing doing gap? Has anybody heard about knowing doing gap? Kind of. Yes, yes, okay, that's no, mostly no's. Okay, well, knowing doing gap is pretty much we know what to do, but it doesn't mean we're gonna do it. That happens in our life and at work. How many of you work with, maybe even manage people? How many times you speak to your team and they say, yeah, we're gonna do it, and the results are not exactly what they said they would have been, right? Because most of us, it's the same with diet. I know what to do. I know I have to eat healthier, exercise. I know what to do. Am I actually doing it? Not really, right? I know what to do. So the knowing doing gap is huge. And we have that gap. We have that gap. Most of us know what to do, but we don't end up doing it. And that's something to do with understanding how your mind works, how your brain operates. When you get that knowledge, when you get that understanding, all of a sudden, everything's going to become clear, and you will know how to put your ideas into action. This is huge, really, to close that knowing doing gap. How to close that knowing doing gap. Once you know how to do it, boom, your result reflected. What also happened to me, I mean, I've become more productive and efficient with less effort. I mean, who wants to do stuff and it's not gonna be like hard work? You're actually gonna enjoy it. Loads of yeses here. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm talking about, right? So it really is about less effort by being more productive. That's all what we want to do, especially these days, right? And working with others became easy and enjoyable, because when you understand yourself, what motivates you, what stops you, and how to push through those barriers, working with others in teams or managing people becomes easy, because once you understand yourself, you also understand another person, and that's priceless. You know, that gives you such a power, just so you are able to help that person, you know, become better as well. And, you know, again, the process, the information I've gained, it's here. I know it now, and I can use it for the rest of my life. It's absolutely amazing. So why most people fail in achieving their goals? And research show that about 80% of people fail. You know, so that's quite shocking. So about 80% of people are not going to earn the amount of money they would like to earn. And also about 80% of people are not going to admit that they are fully happy. You know, that's quite sad, isn't it? Like, you know, what's going on? Why do we fail? So let's go into it. So top reasons, the number one top reason is that most people set up wrong goals. Is that a surprise to you? Most people set up wrong goals. What I would also add to this, that is even more important, that most people don't even know what they want. And I would even say that this is equally important. Either they set up wrong goals because they're going after not what they truly, truly want, but they're going after what they think they can get. And that's not motivating enough, is it? If you're not going after your dream, but you're just going after what you think you can get, the chances are you're going to give up halfway through, because you're not going to be excited about it. And another part is that majority of people doesn't really know what they really want in life. You know, I've done this experiment myself many times. I was in London, in any other major cities, and I asked strangers, I asked random people, what is that you want? What is your goal in life? What is that you want? And, you know, most people, I mean, they looked at me blankly thinking, I've no idea what you're asking for. But I said, do you have a goal in life? What is that you're working towards to right now? Most people didn't know. They didn't know. Why do you go to work? Well, to pay my bills. Is that it? That's not living, that's surviving. Next, lack of motivation. I mean, yes, that's pretty much straightforward, isn't it? Like lack of motivation. I don't really know what I want. I can't get motivated. No dreams, having no dreams and no expectations. Just think about your past when you were a little child. I mean, we used to dream, we used to daydream. And that was okay, right? Because we were kids, so nobody really asked us questions. Nobody challenged us thinking, well, how are you going to do it? We were allowed to do it. But in your adult life, if you kind of dream, if you're kind of going after something big, and your friends or family may challenge you on that, and they may say, well, how are you going to do it? You have no money. Or how are you going to do it? You've got no time. Or how are you going to do it? You're not qualified. Whatever the reason is. And if you don't know the answer to that question, what happens? You just do nothing about it and you start doubting yourself, right? You kind of just think, well, yeah, they're right. I can't do it. It's not the right time. I'm just going to write for the right time, for more money, for some opportunity. And guess what? That right time, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You got to create it, but that's another part of the story. But one of the biggest reasons is because there is no lack of motivation. What is motivation? Motivation doesn't, come your way. You got to create it. You got to create the motivation. What's number 3? Setting and achieving goals are two different things. So first of all, we got to know what we want. Like we said already before, most people don't really know what they want, but let's just assume that you know what you want. So knowing what you want, this whole process of deciding what you want happens in a different part of your brain, in a different part of your mind, in your consciousness, your educational mind. So you're deciding what is that you want to do. Maybe changing jobs. Maybe you wanted to open up your business. Maybe just you wanted to drop everything and travel the world. Whatever it is, the whole process of deciding what you want happens in your conscious part of the mind. However, a huge part that's very important here is the doing part. The achieving part is a very different process. It happens, and it happens in your subconscious mind. So basically your thinking, your self-belief, your beliefs about yourself, certain ideas, you have habits. They all are stored in your subconscious part of your mind, and they have almost an exclusive control over your behavior. And what's your behavior? I mean, your behavior creates your results, right? So just a quick example, are you a quick decision maker or you procrastinator? That's just your habit. It's not like you were born to be a quick decision maker or procrastinator. You've created that habit along the way, right? So again, you can change it. If you want to change it, if you keep thinking, I keep procrastinating, I'm just tired of this, you can change it. But you got to be aware of it, that it actually happens. And most of us are not even aware of what's holding them back. So again, there is a huge difference, pretty much like a knowing-doing gap, right? There is a huge difference between setting and achieving goals. Setting might be easier. Achieving is a totally different process. Again, how do we change it? The only way to change it is to understand yourself, is to understand what is holding you back. Because you can't fix something if you don't know what the problem is. Another top reason is, wasting energy on non-productive activities. Again, we are so busy these days. So busy. You speak to a friend, you speak to a colleague, you speak to a family member. Everybody's so busy. We're just busy being busy. But are we really productive? Do we actually achieve what we want? Do we actually give our best, or are we just busy being busy? The chances are that we're wasting too much energy on non-productive activities. That's it. We have certain habits in our subconscious that create the results we don't want. Does it make sense? Oh, yes, I can see some ahas. Fantastic. Yes, thank you, Jenny. Yeah, yes, absolutely, right? So really understanding how do you go through your day. That's huge, right? So another reason is we all have beliefs patterns that hold us back from discovering our true potential. I mean, this is the last but not least today that I wanted to tell you about, but I'm gonna go back to it in a few minutes. But this one is huge. We all have beliefs patterns that hold us back from discovering our true potential. What's a belief pattern? Where did you get your beliefs from? Your beliefs about yourself. What you are capable of doing. Are you ready for that move or you're not? Is it the right time right now or not? Are you capable of earning more money or not? These are all beliefs that you store about yourself in your subconscious part of the mind. Most of us are not even aware of it. And the most funny thing, something that was a huge eye-opener to me, that I thought I was ready. I was always saying to myself, yes, I'm in control of my life, and I know I'm going to be, financially free, and I know I'm going to be leading or living my life purpose and my dream life. So I thought I knew it. I thought I was aware of it. But year after year, my results didn't change in a huge way. They improved a little bit. And don't get me wrong, it was always, I had a good jobs. I was happy at my at work, but it was a huge part missing. In the end, the results I always thought I'm gonna get, I never got them. Ever. Something was holding me back. Year after year, I was thinking, wow, I'm still pretty much on the same income. Changed jobs, my income has improved a little bit, but only by a small amount of money, nothing huge. It never tripled in a few months. It was just gradually increasing. That was not good enough for me. I was tiring because 10 years ago, I would have imagined me being in a very different place. That was really, really frustrating. But why does it happen? Again, the best sentence to remember out of today's webinar, if anything, is this. Take a note of that. I really encourage you to take a note of that and think about it afterwards, okay? Our results are direct reflection of what's going on inside of your mind. It's not what you know. It's not your education. It's not how many degrees you have. It's what sort of beliefs you hold in your subconscious mind. Because that programming, those beliefs, so the beliefs, ideas, habits, this is all programming. This almost has an exclusive control over your behavior, and your behavior creates your results. Sometimes we think, okay, this is, a path I wanted to choose, but if you're going to choose it or not depends on how you think. And that is a part of your subconscious. And sometimes we don't even know why we do the things we do. Sometimes I say, oh my gosh, I did it again. I should have done better, or I should have known better, but I did it again, because we don't even know why we're doing the things we do. How frustrating that could be, over and over again, the same pattern throughout our life. And it's not just about money, but it's everywhere, relationships, health. It's pretty much any area of your life. You are programmed in a certain way that your results are pretty much always the same. Interesting, isn't it, right? So just because we are limited with time, there's few more that I could tell you about, and you would love it. And are you enjoying it so far? Yes, okay, amazing. Thank you guys so much for your feedback. So again, just because we are limited with time, I just wanted to let you know, just give you that shortcut. I always thought there's no shortcut to success. And there really isn't one, It's not going to just fall in your laps. You got to do some proactive work towards it. However, if there was one, I would always say, Go to someone who can show you the quicker way, because there is a quicker way. Trust me on that. Unless you want to do it yourself and pretty much do what I did, waste a lot of time and money, because I've invested a lot of money in online trainings, seminars, webinars, trying different jobs. At some point I was always thinking, it's not the job, I just need to find a better job. If I change jobs, that's going to be great. And I was changing a few jobs over the years, requalifying. So pretty much starting from the beginning every single time, thinking I'm going to find that right job. But the problem was I didn't even know what is that I truly wanted. So imagine yourself, even right now, when you're thinking, I want to do something different in my life, and you may be thinking on a different career path, but you're not sure if that's really what you want. Then again, you're going to go towards a different path. A few years later, you're going to think, gosh, this is not what I really wanted again. So you may make the same mistake I have made. But what I'm telling you, if you don't really know what you truly want, if you don't really know who you are and what you are, you're gonna be going blindly through your life. You're gonna be having sort of hit and miss results. Sometimes it's gonna be good, sometimes it's gonna be not so good. So really, before you even go into a different direction, before you even decide to do something else, trust me on this. You gotta know yourself, who you are, and you gotta really get to the bottom of what is that you truly want. And there is a process to know this. I spent years trying to find out what it was. And this is a time I'm never ever gonna get back. And what I've discovered, it was that knowing is not enough. Again, knowing doing God, right? Knowing is not enough. There is something much more powerful that it's holding us back. And this is the way we think. And thinking is a habit. Thinking is a habit. Remember, guys, the beginning of the webinar, the only difference between the very successful people, and I'm not saying you're not successful, you are, I'm sure, because you're here, you wanted to get more information. So that's a proactive activity already, or trying to get a better way. So that's already, puts you above average. But what I'm saying is the successful people that are truly living the life they want, that they are financially free, that they are, they wake up each morning. It doesn't matter if it's Monday or Sunday, and they love the day ahead, that they feel fulfilled and happy. And if you think that there's no such a way as having it all, I can tell you there is. I used to believe that in order to get more money, I need to sacrifice my free time. In order to have a happy relationship, I have to sacrifice my professional work, because you can't have both. You can't be good and productive and earning more money and also have enough time to spend with your friends and family. That was my belief. It's wrong. You can have it all, but you got to really understand how to get there by understanding your mind, your brain, how you operate, how to actually become more effective and efficient with less effort, how to manage your activities during the day. You can't manage time. Many people say, I just got to manage my time better. You can't manage time. We all have the same amount of time in a day. People who have 12 companies and people who have one job, we all have the same amount of time, but just we think in a different way. And that is huge. Your potential is, I would say, endless and infinite. If you only tap into it, just imagine. So like I said before, that has cost me loads of frustration, feeling stuck, feeling lost, and all sorts of negative feelings over the years. My question to you today is, do you want an easy way that does not require you to ever keep searching for those answers like I did? Do you want an easy way? I have a yes. Okay, yes, good. Yes, absolutely, right? Absolutely, yes, I have, absolutely. Okay, well, just to let you know about people I work with. In the past 30 days, my clients keep telling me what a shift they have already experienced in their results. What I mean by the results is any area of your life, Is your income? Is your happiness, fulfillment, finding passion? Is your health, relationships? That's huge. You know, are they fulfilled or not? That's huge. So just to let you know that what I'm talking about is an absolutely priceless knowledge. People I work with, within a few weeks, this is what they're telling me. You know, the results are not typical. It's not just something, yes, I feel better today, or motivated this week, I had an okay week. Results are not typical. They're absolutely amazing. You know, people start discovering what's been hidden for years. It's nothing that you have to learn or get. You just have to bring it to the surface. And there are rules about being successful. And again, success means different things for different people, right? So you are successful when you are truly happy about every day that you do what you love to do and you're really good at it. That's when you are successful. When you truly love what you do and you're really good at it. But there are some rules to become successful. And if you think that it's just based on good luck or, you know, being born lucky or whatever people say, it's not true. Absolutely, there's nothing to do with luck. It's all about the way you think and about those rules. If you don't learn those rules, if you're not aware of them, I can promise you, you're going to be going through your life on a hit and miss basis. It's going to be up and down. Sometimes it's going to be good, and another time it's not going to be so good. But most people say it can't be perfect, right? Then you go out and speak to your friends and everybody tells the stories. Well, it is what it is. It's just life. You always have to sacrifice something, right? No. When you learn those rules, when you really understand those rules, the way of thinking, and apply it to your daily routine, everything changes in a huge way. It's kind of like a roadmap, you know, to change your life results quicker than ever because you know exactly what to do. So how does it work? I mean, just exactly the same what I've experienced. I worked with my mentor. My mentor showed me what to do, how to do it, and boom, my results changed within months. I didn't even have to wait years for it. It happens within a couple of months. My client, I'm going to talk about it in a few seconds, but my client even texted me after 2 weeks. He said, oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe it. I'm like, yes, I can believe it. So just to give you a quick example, one of my clients, Slavik, I mean, he was already very successful, but the challenge he had was that he said every time when he gets to the top, like he's having a really good period of his professional life, he goes down to the bottom. He pretty much loses loads of money again. And he was tired and frustrated of being up and down for years. And now he has finally understood why the pattern was repeating. Again, everything comes through understanding. So now he creates the results he wants and has more time for his family. He absolutely loves it. He even told me that his marriage has improved so much because they both, you know, help each other. They have a better understanding for each other. This is amazing. My other client, another person, Karen, she said she was employed for 20 years in a company, and now she has opened her own business. She got a contract of $500,000, and it's not a coincidence. Absolutely not a coincidence. She started using her thinking in a creative way. She's really understood how her mind works, how the brain works, what she's capable of doing. My another client, Ashika, she tripled her income within a few months. She's become so much more productive and efficient with less effort. And that's what we want to do, right? I mean, if someone said to you there is a better way to get your results quicker, would you not want to know what it is? I would. And she said to me that she wakes up every day really excited about the day ahead. Now, these are real examples, real life examples. My other client, Christelle, she absolutely gained control over her life. And it was not just professional, but personal. personal life. So, battling with weight, something we all probably have at some point in our life. You can get control over your life, over the areas of your life anywhere you want. My other client, Tim, has changed his attitude towards life and his work, and guess what? Results have changed too. His manager has noticed it. He has become happier. He's got a purpose. He started creating his music, and he took it to a totally different level. Another client who just started working within a few weeks, he said, oh my gosh, he keeps talking about it, how much more clarity he has received from just first few coaching lessons. I mean, he has started a new project and put his ideas into action. That's amazing. This information is absolutely powerful. It's powerful. It changes the way you are. It changes you, changes people around you. It affects everybody. How does it sound so far to you? Amazing. Yes, it does sound amazing. Too good to be true. Well, it's, too good to be true because we are not exposed to this information anywhere. I've done so many online trainings, and even in corporations, we were sent to training every few months to improve our results, but it was pretty much the same. We sat there for a day or even a couple of day workshop. They told us what to do, and again, did we actually did it? Not really. Maybe just a little bit has improved, but not in a huge way, and definitely not permanently. So, this information is absolutely amazing, and it's very different to everything else that we are exposed to. So imagine yourself right now. Just close your eyes for a second and just answer yourself a question. How would you spend your day if money or time was not an issue? What would you do? How would your day look like? Oh, going on a holiday. Yes, all year round. Sounds great. Spending more time with my family. Thank you so much, Dee. Yes. Linda says, would spend more time with the family. Yes, and friends. Absolutely. Be healthier and eating healthier. Yeah, having time for myself. Absolutely. What do you guys will happen? What do you think will happen if you walk away today and do nothing about it? I mean, you're already here. You've been listening to me for quite a long time right now. So thank you so much for your attention as well. But just because you're still here shows me that you want to really get something out of it, right? So what do you think is going to happen if you just walk away today and you think, oh yeah, that's very interesting what you talk about. It's very interesting, and I do agree with it. But what do you think is going to happen if you do nothing about it? If you just walk away? Nothing's going to happen. That's it. Yes, thank you, Katie. Nothing's going to happen, exactly, because one of my favorite quotes is by Einstein, and when he says is, when people keep doing the same things over and over and over again, expecting different results, is the definition of insanity. But that's what most of us do, right? I used to do it all the time. I was like, working hard and trying to work even harder because I thought if I work harder, I'm going to have better results. But I was pretty much doing the same stuff over and again. And I was saying, I hope this time this is going to work. Or I love when people say at the beginning of each year, I hope this year is going to be better for me. I hope this year is going to bring something better for me. I mean, if you're not going to drastically change the way you do things, the way you think, the way you go through the day, let me tell you this, and I'm going to be really honest here, nothing's going to change. Absolutely nothing's going to change. Knowing that you got to do something about it, and knowing that this time I'm going to put things right, nothing's going to change unless you understand what's holding you back and unless you change your thinking. Trust me on that. Knowing is not enough. On the other hand, what do you think may happen if you commit yourself? And let me show you the way that will help you to break through your mental barriers. The only thing that's stopping you is only you. We put limitations on ourselves. We say to ourselves, I can do it or I can't. I'm just gonna wait for the right time. I mean, I used to say that a lot. But again, that right time is not gonna come. You gotta do something about it. What do you think may happen to you if you commit yourself? And let me show you the quicker way. Think about it. What you're gonna get, I mean, again, working with me, just like Bob worked with me and helped me to break through my mental barriers, is huge. You know, we did talk about it at the beginning of the webinar. Yes, can you be successful by yourself? Can you do it by yourself? Yes, you probably can, but it's gonna cost you a lot more time, a lot more effort, a lot more frustration, and again, you may give up halfway through. So having someone to lead you through it is huge. What you're gonna get out of it, I mean, powerful knowledge, absolutely priceless knowledge. When you know how to improve your results, when you truly understand, even if you've been already very successful, but if you don't know why you've been successful, how can you repeat it? How can you double it? How can you triple it? Most importantly, how can you pass this knowledge on to your kids or friends or families or the team that you work with or the team that you manage? If you don't understand why you've been so successful, and most people I work with, because I work with loads of executives and managers, they just say, well, I just am. I am just committed and I just do what I'm supposed to do. But they don't really understand why they do it. Hence, they can't help other people. So imagine if you understood what makes you successful, and then with that knowledge, you can actually make it even bigger. It is all about the process. It's all about knowing the rules. It's a highly structured, step-by-step process that once you learn, you're gonna use for the rest of your life. With my support, you're gonna go further than you even expect. My mentor once said to me, when you start learning this process, when you actually start applying it to your life, you're gonna need a telescope to look back to where you were. And I laughed. I thought, oh, that's a really cheesy line. But actually, I can't believe that actually he was right. What I've achieved in a year, I have not achieved in 10 years of my career. What you're also gonna get, you're gonna be a part of a similar-minded group of people. I mean, we do become like people we surround ourselves with. We do become like people that we spend most time with. You may be even aware of it or not, but that's what happens. Over time, you either lower yourself to that level or they put you up. They lift you up. Depends who you surround yourself with, but that's huge. You're gonna be having also weekly online webinar, masterminding classes, and direct access to 3-day live events. You know, this is something that it's a gift from me to my clients. Every single time there is a live event in LA, it's a 2.5-day event, sometimes 3, and you know, you always get that access through me, so you can watch many famous speakers literally telling you more about how to develop yourself to a better person. It's a continuous process, right? So what do you have to do next? You have to act now. As simple as that. Contact me. Let's have a free discovery session. You'll tell me exactly where you are and I'll find the best solution for you. We'll see if it's a good fit for you. And don't wait, don't hesitate, because this is your life we're talking about. If someone says to me, and I had people like that who said to me, oh, it's just not the right time. I mean, really not the right time to improve your life, really? Why is it not the right time? If it's money, if it's time, this is the right time to actually start changing it right now. Because again, if you keep doing the things you've been doing so far over and over again, what's going to happen? You're going to get exactly the same results. But the time that's passing by, you're never going to get it back, ever. This is the great quote, an absolutely amazing quote. Listen to this, guys. Are you still with me? Yes, okay, fantastic. We're just about to finish, so pay really attention to this, please, because this can and will change your life. This is what has been proven, that change happens when the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the pain of making that change itself. How many people just wait and delay and delay and wait because life is okay? Because before making that huge decision of actually committing themselves to that change, they just somehow talk themselves out of it and just say, well, actually, my life is not that bad. I have enough money to pay my bills. I have enough money to go away once or twice a year. But is that really what you truly want? Is that what you want your kids to be like? Your family to be like? Or do you want to have a great life? Be financially free. Have that life purpose. Wake up each day being excited about the day ahead of you. But most of us, and it's psychology and it's proven, until we really hit the bottom hard, for some reason, we don't want to have that change to happen to us because we think, oh, it's hard work, I don't have enough time now, I'm doing something else. But trust me, having an okay life is a lot harder than having a great life. Do you require to commit yourself? Absolutely yes. Is there investment required? Absolutely yes. However, the reward is so much greater. It's priceless. It's your life we're talking about. You don't want to be 50, 60, or 70 sitting on a chair one day and thinking, what would happen? What would have happened if I made that decision 10, 20 years ago? What would have happened if I put that business idea into action 10, 20 years ago? What would happen if you don't want that? You do not want that. Or you don't want to wait for the time when things are going to be so bad that you're going to go crazy and just grab any sort of help or any sort of support that you can find around you. You don't want that. You want to do it right now when you are looking for some better ways, and let me lead you through it. Don't wait until the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the pain of making that change itself. Like we said already, you already know what to do. You already know what to do, that you know that you're looking for better ways. But the question is, are you going to act on it? Are you going to do nothing about it? You're going to finish this webinar, think about it, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and go back to your routine. Which one are you? Are you a decision maker? Or are you a procrastinator? Do you really want something better out of life, your life? Do you want to be sitting in that chair at the age of 50, 60, or 70 thinking, oh my gosh, my life has been amazing? And tell your kids about it, your grandchildren, and so on. Which one are you? You know, Napoleon Hill, who has spent all his life working with 500 most successful people, said, successful people make decisions quickly and change them very slowly, if ever. Unsuccessful people make decisions very slowly and change them all the time, often and quickly. People procrastinate. We procrastinate. Why? Because we don't know what we want. Because we're confused. One day we want this, another day we want something else. One day we think, that's it, I'm going to make it happen. Another day, I can't be bothered. There's no clarity. There's no direction. truly happy and successful people have the clarity of mind, have a clear direction. They are happy because they know what they want and they're going after it. You are truly successful when you're working towards your goal. This is really, really huge. Don't hesitate. Contact me now and we can have a discovery session, and I promise you'll never ever regret it. Thank you so much for listening. There is a link below this video. Please click on it to get your free bonus. And if you share this with your friends, so all you gotta do to qualify, share this video with your friends. You may, you never know who you can help. And they will thank you later for that. I promise you, just like I keep thanking my mentor for the rest of my life. You never know who you can help. Share this video. Fill out the form below this video for your free bonus. And I promise you, you're gonna love this bonus. Thanks again for listening. Have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you very soon. Thank you, guys.